So, as you can hear, there's a lot of noise in the house today, and it's because we're getting a lot of things changed. Like, I think they're putting in a laundry, maybe the bathroom, or maybe working on the balcony. I don't know, it's one of those three things, or maybe all three, but it's really active. But I don't mind because I was already awake since 8. I fell asleep after I wake up at 7, and then I wake up at 8, and then I was like, oh, that's all my sleeping period, and then I was playing on my phone, and now it's almost 9, so. But I was thinking of watching a movie today, before I go to work, because after work I just want to go to bed. So I've got all these Terminator movies that I haven't seen. There's an Elvis movie. I'll probably watch the Elvis one first. The Elvis movie on the internet that I want to see. It's one from the 1970s. But I think I've seen it already. But I haven't seen it lately. I think I saw it like early 2000s. Because I seem to remember certain bits of it a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, I've seen this before. I don't remember it very well, but I've seen it. And I thought it was okay. So it's got like Kurt Russell in it. But I did see the recent Elvis one the other day. But I'm not sure if I saw a shortened version or the actual movie, because on the ad it does seem to, it seemed very quick and snappy, but I think the advertisements make it look like it should be have more depth than what it is, because the scenes that are showing on the advertisements were just really quick snippets that pass by really quickly in a blur. So and that's how it is for the whole movie, and I'm like, it's visually very good, but it's just skimming the surface sort of thing, whereas quite a few other movies tried to get a little bit more depth, but it's still a visually really good movie. Just the content of the movie, it's just like, oh, that was a very thin kind of portrayal, is sort of what you're thinking at the end of it. But yeah, so it was visually quite good, but it just wasn't a great movie. I don't think. I think it was just really like, oh, that was interesting. Because it's like come and gone in a flash, and you're like going, oh, okay. I mean, you don't feel like it's a bad movie. It's just that it really doesn't have very much to it. So, yeah. The advertisements make it look engaging, but when you see it, it's like what's in the advertisements generally like the scope of what's in the movie sort of thing. So it just doesn't have very much depth to it, and the content doesn't have a lot of depth to it. So I think it just pinpoints certain things in a really fast way. And I was like, oh, it didn't really carry me on I thought it'd be quite emotional, but it doesn't really carry you on a very deeply emotional journey because it's so thin. So but that's okay. I don't think anyone really liked Elvis during the creation of the movie, so they're like, oh, let's just keep it as something that people will like to watch but not really get absorbed into. So but it does successfully make a different sort of kind of movie to watch if you like to watch Elvis movies. It's like doesn't have all the depth that other movies have tried to portray Elvis as. So in that way, it comes off as a new movie that people can sort of enjoy. So skimming the surface sort of created a new kind of movie, is sort of what I'm saying, which is good because that's what every creator wants to create when they're sort of creating a new rendition of something that's a pretty old subject that people are like, might even be like, oh, we've seen that kind of movie before and we don't really want to see the same story again. So that's why it's sort of good, because it just created a different kind of scope of something that whose story like people already know, because it's been like portrayed over and over again. So it's like, so in that way it was kind of original. Anyway,